right?
Yeah, they just recorded White Wine. It was originally Red Wine. Like when he sent me the original file of the song is still actually Red Wine. So yeah, he's like, this is the one I want to shoot for. He plays it to me. I was immediately like, wow, this is pretty hard. Easy as fuck to make a video for. Yeah, so he's like, this is the song I'm shooting for. I just want to shoot it here.
Go back to Seattle.
Yeah,
normal job.
Video, go back to Seattle.
Video does really well.
Yeah, video immediately did pretty well. Right when they dropped the video, their followers shot up like by like tens of thousands. But it wasn't until a little bit later that like I was like, damn, like they're really taking off. Like they're actually like booming up.
So you're at work at Fred Meyer's, you're wearing your little black pants, you're like stocking shelves, whatever have you, and you get a FaceTime from Lil Peep.
Yeah, like a couple months had passed and the video had blown up, and I think I had started working at Fred Meyer. Me and him had kept in touch, obviously, and started working at Fred Meyer, and then I went down to LA to link with him, and then we shot Favorite Dress. I came back and kept working at Fred Meyer, and then he FaceTimed me and was like, I want you to go on the US part of the tour. And I was like, oh yeah, like lit.
And they wouldn't let you get the time off.
Yeah, and then Fred Meyer wouldn't let me get my time off work. So I just said fuck it and went anyway. I gotten flown out to shoot the Benz truck video, and then the last day before I flew back and he left for tour was my birthday. So yeah, it kind of worked nicely.
You also got a bunch of tattoos. Like,
Hey, what's going on, guys? Just want to give my recap on the 16 Lines video, especially while it's still fresh. The video's barely been out for 2 days now. I think it's cool that they actually gave Wiggy some credit, shouted him out in the description box. I thought it was a little bizarre they didn't put any of his social media links in the description box, but at least they did credit him on the filming of the music video. There's a lot of positive things to say about this. Number one, we really have to pat Sony on the back because they actually released something involving Lil Peep, and they kept 100% of the original mirror intact. They really didn't change anything to the video, which is awesome, and I think this is leaps and bounds. I think they've really improved when it comes to releasing Peep's music in its original vessel. The song really is not that much different from the original version. Much like White Girl, there are noticeable differences, but they're really they don't stick out like a sore thumb. You really have to zoom in to notice the vast changes. But overall, White Girl and 16 Lines are kind of very similar to the originals. I personally like the OG version of 16 Lines a little better. I just love how raw and overdriven some of those clean guitars sound, and I just think they swell very nice on the original. Peep sounded so good with like a nice crunchy guitar rhythm, so I do prefer the original just a little bit better because of that essence of it, where Peep sounded really good on dirty guitars. I do think it's still similar. Like I said, a lot of the guitar swells are still kind of like the original, but not exactly the same. I know there's some fans who love the new version, and there's some fans who have said they hate the new version. Either way, we have to really give the label credit that they actually put out the same exact video that Wiggy recorded. So that's awesome. They didn't really change it. If you guys notice with xxxtentacion's album Skins, they really didn't make any changes at all. They may have added features to the album, but they did leave everything how Jase recorded it. They left everything in its original vessel, so they didn't change or tamper with any of the songs or production. All they did was add people to it, but they didn't change anything. So who knows if Peep's label is kind of trial and error and kind of learning going forward to really just make sure they leave things the way Peep capsulated them, because that's very important. Like I said, you have to make sure you're releasing and publishing items that belong to Peep in their original format. That's the only way Peep would have wanted it. So, another thing I want to get to is Come Over When You're Sober Part 3. There's a lot of fans talking about this, and there's really this vast rumor going around that there's going to be Come Over When You're Sober Part 3. Sadly, Dylan has already kind of shut this rumor mill down before it even grows any more legs. He's openly stated there is no Come Over When You're Sober Part 3. He said there wasn't even the idea of that when Peep was still here. However, there are unreleased Peep songs. I know Smokeasac has a few, and Cortex stated on Twitter that he has a unreleased song from Peep from the kind of Cry Alone timeline. So the video here is really amazing. I don't really know when they recorded this video. We can only assume it was early or midway through the Come Over When You're Sober tour schedule. We know in the beginning half of the tour, Peep had half blonde, half black hair, and then midway through, that was kind of when he had the purplish black hair going on. So we can, safe to say, assume it's from that timeline where Peep was really in the midst of cranking out beautiful, timeless music at a fast rate. But overall, there's really nothing negative to say about this. Excellent video. And we really have to credit Peep's songwriting. I personally have tremendous respect for Gus when he wrote songs like this. When he was honest and open about his addiction and dependency to cocaine and Percocet and just substances in general, when he was claiming and being honest about his use of them, you really have to respect an artist that is very honest and an open book with their music. That's the number one turn on in music, is honesty and realness, and Peep had both of those. I really love this video.
Break my bones, but that's my spine. Wonder who you'll fuck when I die. And if I try to call you cry, please don't cry, you're wasting your time. It's lonely boy, yeah, I know. Yeah, oh, it's a lonely world, I know. Gonna get a lonely girl, that's for sure. Oh, I'm a lonely boy, she made a lonely boy, yeah, I know. She said I would cry, baby, I can't be your man.